What's up, guys? All right. Uh, we are cool. We got it. Um, we were in the middle of fighting. What's up, Garfield? We were in the middle of fighting the Banished Knight, I think, the one in here. All right, let's see if I can. Oh, that's right. I gotta like combo that. Mm. Con, con, Konbanwa? I have returned. What's up, Holy Swan Ghost? I don't know what I assume is Japanese. Uh, yeah, looks like Japanese. uh, okay. Maybe I can get some of these guys off my back. Ooh, exile armor. That might be cooler than what I have on right now. It is heavier, but I don't give a toot. That's right. So where were we? I'm trying to. I was kind of in the middle of like, oh my god, this dude, I guess, drops extra runes. That looked crazy. The eyes. I don't remember. It's been I've been playing so much Dark Souls and stuff. I feel like I forgot some of the Elden Ring things. So there were some things that I'm trying to figure out relating to the timeline. I'm still kind of trying to like hone in on, oh damn, when exactly or what civilization created stuff like the Ruined Precipice. I'm trying to get a backstab on this guy. Ah, man. Even with that extra poise, no help. But yeah, this other civilization that they have ruins all over the place. From Limgrave to the mountaintops, like what are they called? Snow Ruin or Snow Valley Ruins or something like that. So these ruins appear all over the place. And something that is relevant also to remember with the Ruined Precipice, for whatever it's worth, it was excavated from both sides at... Yeah, well, I've been tempting that one. It was excavated from like both sides at once, which pretty much implies... one sec. I have two windows open. My precious RAM. The hell was I just talking about? I kind of had a ooh shiny moment. Oh right, so that the ruin. Did I? I think it's Ruined Precipice. Ruin Strewn Precipice? I think that there's a Finger Maiden that calls it like the Coward's Path or the Coward's Plunge or something like that. So yeah, there's an implication there that the two sides were allied. Which maybe, you know, that could, if it was like the people of the Erd Tree trying to connect after Radagon's marriage with Renala, if it was them trying, but see, I feel like that's what the Lift of Dectus was. Weirdly enough, some of the stuff I have seen kind of makes me think the Godfrey's reign might be when all those ruins are from, but I was pretty sure that they were from way before him. Like, it's not how Stormveil looks. God, I forgot how everything can be, like, charged up in this game. Ooh, nice backstab. Me, I guess. Cool. Didn't mean to give myself a compliment there, but, if the game doesn't have something that pops up and says, like, nice, then, I have to do it myself or I explode. Do you want to witness an explosion? Actually, that would probably be really cool. I'll make that a creator goal or whatever. If you guys donate a certain number of bits, I'll explode. Trying to remember, there's a lot of weird lore about that blind swordsman. Seems like it was probably Melania's teacher. But also, he might have been, I don't know, it's his actual identity is really vague. I think it's the, what's his name, Mirai? Something Mirai? Malay Mirai? I think it's Malay Mirai. I think he Marley. I don't. Also, they were maybe a river fairy. Oh, so yeah, I guess that's technically a little bit unclear. One of the stories says that a blue fairy gave them, or like a fairy garbed in blue gave them a sword, but also they're called like a blue or a dancer clothed in blue. It's possible that they were both wearing blue. It's really confusing, and also it might be one of those situations where the full truth is actually not being shown to us. Like, we're getting two kind of like secondhand tellings of an event, and the truth is being twisted, and maybe one or neither of them is right. The blind swordsman met the fairy. I forgot that part. Yeah, the fairy is the one that gave him the flowing sword. Personally, what I think happened was, I think that this was like an old Nox story that might have something to do with, oh god. See, it doesn't make sense if it's Melania's teacher, but, Jesus, I don't have any poise. I think that it's a Nox story about how the Rot Lords might have been dealt with, because... So first of all, the river, one of the rivers, Siofra, I think, is actually, like, it actually means blue fairy in Welsh? I don't remember. It means blue fairy in another language. So I've almost kind of wondered if the flowing sword that he used, it said it was patterned after, like, flowing water or something like that. I think that they might have had the ability to redirect the flow of the rivers because of the of some sword, or maybe it was some other power. I think that the Nox's flowing swords are sort of like paying tribute to that idea of this, like, maybe like a blade made of water or something. But I think that there's a lot of these aqueducts. They're not aqueducts. I don't remember what they're called. They're positioned in a way that makes it seem like the rivers underground were, or one of the rivers underground was redirected so that the water would flow over the Lake of Rot, like, very intentionally, which would seal rot away. Like, it would seal away rot. Like, physically, it wouldn't be able to spread. I don't know if that involved killing Scorpion. Might have. But that's kind of my take on that. I think that it has something to do with the rivers being redirected, either through, like, actual magical means or metaphorically. But I think that they used the blind swordsman used water to seal away the Lake of Rot. And the water is related to that river. Like, maybe the fairy gave him a sword. It was like the fairy of the river, and it gave him a sword that would let him control its waters. I don't know. That sounds like something that would happen in a fairy tale or whatever. Uh-oh. Oh. How much health did I have? Like, negative? Negative something? There's actually a cave nearby that has some really interesting potential lore on the blind swordsman. So let's check it out. It is... yeah. So we have to do something perilous. Wait, can I level up? Before I need 40 more runes, so... cool. You're not chasing me, is he? Cool. More faith, I guess? Get that faith up? Sure. Well, I do still have to use a sword for now. Just get a little dexterity. Okay. Now, time for perilousness. Perilicity. Cool. This, I remember, was really hard for me to find. There it is. See, it's like, it looks like a little... It doesn't even look... It just looks like a wall from most angles, but it's... High Road Cave. Okay, yeah, this is the civilization I was talking about, actually. What's up, Arwell? Even after 3 playthroughs, I ultimately found this place by looking it up. Same. Like, well, I mean, on my first playthrough, I went through every single dungeon, and I tried really, really hard not to look up anything. Even when I was looking this up, I was having a hard time finding it. So, a really important pattern in kind of like trying to identify this civilization, in my opinion, is this sort of swirly. It almost looks like interconnecting swirls. It looks a lot like Miquella's Crest, the bottom of Miquella's Crest. And then it's got this weird shape at the top of its pillars. I usually associate those pillars with the giants. See, maybe. I have also thought that. I don't remember what it was that... Oh, so I'm pretty sure that the Divine Towers are associated with the giants, and there are some, like, symbols that appear on the Forge and the Divine Towers that just don't appear. I mean, this isn't necessarily proof. They are, like, really similar structures. But, this did look a little bit different than some of the stuff that I associated with, the giants. I don't have much evidence, but they're... Also, I don't know if I already said hi, but what's up, Arwell? Damn, Jesus. A lot more cord than I thought. Don't have much evidence. They're the only ones big enough to have built most of the adjacent structures. I do like to look at the scale of stuff to identify... You might have a point there. I don't remember off the top of my head if there's any, like, sort of small-ish areas that have this architecture. Like, I don't think there are. It's big open places. Also, the giant golems look like a fire giant design, possibly created by them. That is, Okay. Yes. So, I don't remember how I did this. I'm pretty sure that that civilization is the civilization that was connected to the Great Tree. And, like the one that made the imps and the golems and all that stuff. I think it had something to do with something I found in one of the catacombs. Or maybe it's the fact that the catacombs look like they were made by that civilization. I probably... I personally think that the catacombs were built around the roots of the Great Tree, like, a long time ago, not for the Erd Tree, like, as it says. Because there's, like... Okay, there's catacombs in, like, the consecrated snowfields, and why would they build those up there if no one ever lived up there? But I think it is possible that they were created by the giants as well, because of the fact that they have the fire core, and technically they would be, like, you know, really similar sizes and kind of builds to well, I guess trolls anyway. Not necessarily like the fire giant. Mostly divine towers or poking out of cliffs. Okay. Very ancient site. Actually, golems are made by placing a pumpkin on top of 4 iron blocks. Arwell's got you there. Minecraft is the universal rule. You know, Minecraft... I heard that God based reality off of Minecraft. So if that's how it works in Minecraft, that's probably how it works in real life. Excuse me. Snow golems? I forgot. Are they made differently? Ooh, I got an octopus head. That's disgusting. Oh, also I'm gonna wear this even though it's... Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go with the cape, even though Edna Mode would hate it. Think I can fall here? Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Bad. But... I love, if you guys haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show, it's hilarious. Matt Berry announces what he's transforming into, like, as he's transforming into it, so he'll just yell, like, bats! And, like, jump in the air and turn into a bat. Very unnecessary. Other characters turn into bats and say nothing as they do so. So, literally just kind of like what he wants. It's a personal choice, and an interesting one at that. Matt Berry is so good in IT Crowd too. He is. He's hilarious. Like where he finds like a revolver in his desk, and he's like, I wonder if it's loaded, and then he just like points it at himself and pulls the trigger a bunch of times, and like nothing comes out, so he's just like, I guess not. Like zero hesitation. Okay, so first of all, the weapon I just found, the Shamshir, is potentially important. It is... I forget, like... There are, like, certain characters that use it that, I'm forgetting some of this. One of Melania's daughters, or one of Millicent's sisters... What is in this area? Oh, right. One of Millicent's sisters, is wielding a Shamshir. And I think that Millicent herself might even wield a Shamshir, or a... she might wield 2? No, it's a special Shamshir that has waterfowl dance on it. So I think that that's relatively significant. It has Melania's skill on it. Okay, can you fall down, please? Dope. This is legitness. On your YouTube channel yesterday while trying to put together a theory, my own, one of your VODs, talking about how Godric might have been involved in the Volcano Manor siege. Oh god, out of heal. I've still got my flask. Got a jar of dirt. Got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it? Blue Dancer Charm. Ha-cha-cha. In one of your VODs, you were talking about how Godric might have been involved in the Volcano Manor siege, and there apparently are Banished Knight banners somewhere around the manor. Cool. Thanks for letting me know that. Big pisser. I love your name. Wear it on your sleeve, man. Or woman. He or she. That's the weapon Millicent uses, yes. So, and as you just saw, I got the Blue Dancer charm from the boss here, from the golem that I was saying was probably built by this civilization, which I think, Garfield, you also said, so I agree with you on that. What's up? Feels okay? Oh, and by the way, it says that you resubbed, so it was like a while ago before I actually maybe started the stream, so appreciate that. Might have been automatic, but whatever. By far the worst pirate I've ever seen. But you have seen me. The dancer in blue represents a fairy who in legend bestowed a flowing sword upon a blind swordsman. Blade in hand, the swordsman sealed away an ancient god, a god that was rot itself. Another thing of importance there is, it talks about this dancing fairy in blue. The maidens that wear, like, the festive stuff in... Oh, I can't go back there, can I? They... in like, the wind... I don't remember what it's called. Dominula? The windmill, whatever. Is that dog's head under the ground? Yeah. So what is going on with his eyes? Let's get out of here. Yeah, so this is the civilization I was talking about, though. A lot of the area, can't tell if this is color or moss. Anyway. Oh, right, the windmill village. The special maidens in that village wear blue. Like, specifically, the ones that have a special place and they dance constantly, obvious. Like, they're doing some kind of special dance. And yeah, the special ones wear blue. I think that could be related, of course, but I don't know how. It is worth noting that Melania does stop there, though, on her way back. And so Millicent does as well, on her way back to the Halleck Tree. On my way home to play Baldur's Gate 3, dude. Oh my god, tell me how you. I am really interested in that game. I am trying to, like, hold myself off because I just know that if I start playing that game, I'm gonna have to, like, focus on that game once I start playing it for a while, and I am so close to getting this script done for my next video.
Help me! I'm stuck. Hello? Hello? Anyone?
I'm here, dude. Oh my god.
Stars. I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander.
Oh wait, haven't been able to find them yet. Oh, God, you haven't been able to find the Banished Knight banners. Gotcha. Okay, well I will
My thanks.
see if I can find some once I get over there. Probably take me a minute though, because I haven't even beaten Godric.
And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. No, there's no need to fret. I'm very well. Give it your all. Ouch!
Can I... Okay. I didn't want to, like, hurt him too much. Oh my god, dude, stop.
Well played, good lady. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours
This guy,
almost spelled the end of me.
for people who maybe haven't
Well,
played Dark Souls games, or
I'm
now that I
outnumbered,
have played Dark
that's
Souls
what
games, I've
matters.
noticed this. There are a lot of parallels
Thank you.
between Alexander and
as a token of my appreciation,
Sigurd
I'd like you to have this.
of Katarina. They're both these sort of...
Once again, the pleasure is mine. I journey to and beyond these lands.
They're both these sort of semi-competent
knights
knights that view themselves in this very sort of honorable way. Like, they're very chivalrous kinds of people, but they're a little bit helpless. And it bothers them that they're helpless, and they end up getting much stronger, but then dying to prove it, basically, is what I've understood.
I'm heading eastward to Redmane Castle. I've heard there's to be a festival held there. I'm heading to
Okay,
Redmane.
so gotcha. Wanted to make sure that's all he had left to say. Kinda thinking about getting a PC, so IDK if I want to wait until I do to get Baldur's Date 3. Sorry, this disgusting octopus thing is distracting me with its disgustingness. I cannot believe I didn't take any damage from that. Fall damage in this game is just... it's whack. But I will be dating. Okay, I've heard that it's actually, like, crazy easy to romance people. Like, you can accidentally romance someone just by, like, saying, like, oh yeah, sure, I'll... Like, someone will be like, oh, come back to my tent and I'll show you something. It's like they ask you for coffee, and if you're not sure what coffee is, then and you're like, yeah, then other people will be like, wow, I can't believe you agreed to do that with them. So I agreed to do what? Coffee is code. Like, there was someone in the game that said something like that. I don't remember what it was. It does have a robust junk settings menu. Yes, I've heard there are 6 penis types? I don't remember. I'm just getting, like, secondhand information from TikTok, so who knows. Okay. Trying to remember what I want to do next. I could head... I'm gonna head south and do some stuff at Castle Morn first, because there's some stuff I want to get started there with Irina. I'm pretty sure if I wait too long, certain parts get skipped, or... I don't remember. Like, I think that if I kill Godric, Irina dies even if I've never talked to her, so I would like to talk to her first. Heard about the dong meter. There's a meter? I heard that, you roll a d20 to, like, determine if you're a top or a bottom. I don't know if that's a joke, but I 100% believe it. The moon. I don't know. If you guys don't know, there are lyrics to that, like, that song, the Ferris Bueller song, and it's literally just like, the moon, so beautiful. The moon, very
I give
beautiful.
you fair warning.
But
Steer
he's
clear of a guild
saying
where
it
no
super
one's
low,
recognized.
and
I'm a
like,
fool
it's almost inaudible.
before it's too late. Don't be a fool.
Turn back before it's too... Oh, right, he's telling me not to fight the dragon. The dragon over here. Should show up when I get close to this group of dummies. Yeah, surrounding a fire. Oh, interesting. I wonder if the fire attracted Agheel in the first place. Oh god. Oh my god. All of these people are about to die. Just wanted to see what these people were doing before, you know, before they get just decimated. All right. Fire probably won't do me much good in this fight. What a crazy... Oh, that's a lot of damage. I made a mistake. I'm gonna come back later. You know what? You're busy. I came at a bad time. I left the stove on. My house is on fire. Just pick one. Rolling 1d12 is my table's rule. Wait, rolling d12 for what? I might have missed. I totally forgot what I was talking about before. Talking about rolling for so many different stupid things. The dog meter. It's important for interactions and to establish hierarchy. Oh my god. What is, Hector the Endowed from Community? Or was it Hector the Well Endowed? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna not fight those dudes. That dude, whatever. It's important when you have a low charisma. Oh my god, you guys need to like practice and like... That was terrible. Super dissonant. Anyway. They all have the personality of a Fable protagonist. For real, oh my god. You mean just like... going like... like doing like just finger puppets in front of people or trying to dance with them? That was for real how you would gain people's affection in Fable. It's insane. Like, I hated it, but there was this sword that I really liked, I think, but it made everyone scared of you. So, to kind of, like, counteract it, I walked around... I had to, like, chase down all these people that were just screaming and running as soon as they saw me. And then I would kind of corner as many as I could, and I would start doing sock puppets. I never said that out loud. So anyway, I would start doing the sock puppets, and then they would all kind of, some of them would sort of start watching and laughing and stuff, and I would gather a crowd, and then I'd have to go somewhere else and start over. Because just everyone was terrified of that sword. This, okay, so yeah, this is a pre-rendered body. This is important, maybe? It is a red mane... No. Godric Knight? I think it's a Godric soldier, not a knight.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south.
Interesting.
The servants there have rebelled. I
So,
can't be sure
yeah,
what it is.
there's
My eyesight's
a
been
character
weak
in
since
Dark
birth,
Souls
you
3
see.
named Irina
But I
who is
swear I
protected
heard
by someone
frightful
wearing
howling
armor
from all
of
over.
Morn.
My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander.
And Irina in
I
Dark
fear
Souls
for father's
is...
life. The servants are full wrath. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped
she's...
with. They haven't spared
She
a
was
soul.
like a
I
potential
fear it's no different at
firekeeper,
Castle Morn.
something,
Please, I implore you.
that
Would you mind
was scared
taking
of the
a letter to
dark,
my
so
father
she, like, failed.
at the castle? My
Because
soul
a
wishes that he
firekeeper
escape,
needs to, like, be able to
even if his honor should pay the
embrace
price.
the dark or something like
Please.
that, or
I just
cherish
want him
it.
to be safe. Thank you. Then please, deliver it to my father. Please, if you wouldn't mind
So,
being stubborn.
in that game, there are actually two...
Please, you can be stubborn.
That character has two outcomes. There's like a split. Basically, you know, you go around and find these tomes, like in Elden Ring, where you learn new miracles. If you get her to teach you all of them, the miracles of light, then she... Oh god. Then she, I guess, finds courage or inspiration or something and becomes a firekeeper. But if you learn any of these dark miracles from her, if you even learn, I think, like one dark miracle from her, it starts to set her down this like path where I don't remember what happens to her. Jeez. But if you learn all of the darkness miracles from her, it basically sends her down like an alternate path, and she... Shoot, I feel like that's... I thought I knew the other ending. I'm actually not sure if I do. Okay. I want to say that she dies, but God. That was awesome. Damn, that wasn't. She gets really scared, and Aegon will take her outside. If you approach, he will attack you. But then, right, so you have to kill Aegon. Oh, that's right. And then you have to teach her, you have to get her to teach you the rest of the darkness miracles, and then, like, talk to her while wearing the Gauntlets of Morn. Then kill him, and then she'll only talk to you if you're wearing his gauntlets. Right. But so yeah, what happens, I guess, if you learn the rest of the darkness miracles from her? Doesn't she, like, something's gotta happen to her? I'm thinking. Whoops. same idea. Different outcomes. After learning every dark miracle, she asks you to kill her. Oh, okay. I see. So the darkness becomes unbearable, I guess? Like the exact opposite? Like, rather than learning to cherish it, she... So I think that kind of what happens to... Basically, Hayeda and Irina in this game are following, as you might expect, a super, super similar trajectory. Because I think that there are a lot of interesting sort of connections between darkness and light in this game. Like, I think the fact that Irina, or Hayeda, rather, can see a light in the darkness is actually because she's in the darkness. I think it's something that only people in the darkness can see. This looks a lot like it is probably, or this, not probably, but it looks really similar to Radagon's sigil, or his crest, and it is the starting shield for the samurai class. How many of these am I already holding? Do I have any better weapons? Need 30 faith to use that. That's gonna be a minute. Any other faith weapons? Or like maybe some ashes of war that could use to make something sacred? Or wait, I might need... Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Could have done that forever ago. Wait, what skill did I just equip? Granting self and nearby allies attack power and defense. Cool. So yeah, Hayeda follows this light in the darkness by sort of gathering all of this dark light. Like I think that it's sort of a darkness of, or a... Jesus Christ, I forgot about this. Alright. So I think it's basically a special light that comes from darkness, and she is consuming it from other people, similar to how she's teaching us dark miracles, or miracles of light, I guess. Basically, Hayeda I think, kind of goes through both endings. At the end of her questline, she asks us to give her this special dark light, if that's what, madness light. And then she becomes a finger reader. Like, I guess something similar to a keeper, a fire keeper. But she dies from it. So she achieves her goal, and it causes her to die. Hooray! She does begin to cherish it, though. Or crave it, I guess. At first, she's repulsed when she learns that she's eating those, like, eyeballs, but,
I love them, bitch.
Thanks, feels okay.
Bitch.
Oh, Jesus, that's still echoing? That is so annoying. Hold on. Actually, I think I might... Sound alerts. Okay. That might fix it. Okay. Trying to remember. Oh, also, can I? I totally forgot what I was like. Oh, I need 2 golden seeds now. Gotcha. Forgot how that works.
I can smell you.
Okay, so it's still echoed. That's not fixed. Maybe... Hold on, I might have done it to the wrong... Oh, no, I already... Yeah, no, I just did something wrong. I'm dumb, I guess. Okay, maybe I fixed it. Or maybe nothing happened again. Or maybe I made it worse. Basically, I have no idea what I just did. That was worth saying. The bird crest is, I'm pretty sure, like a Godfrey era. But it's that one's still echoed, but then I made another change after it. So maybe the second change did the trick. What's this? Damn! Oh my god. Dogs are I should have used, like, pyromancy or what. I mean, fire incantations. I'm trying to remember. Our finger readers are blind too, I think, right? I don't know if finger maidens are, like the ones that would be assigned to, like, a tarnish or whatever. I don't remember if they're what the actual, how many games, playthroughs. Still surprised about the dogs. The dogs are one of the most humbling things I think about all these games. No matter what level you're at, a dog will still just fuck you up. It's don't ever underestimate dogs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, what is going on right now? Oh my god. Is this the Matrix? Like, what the hell? Are there dogs? I don't think there's any dogs in the Matrix. It's kind of referring to all my crazy dodging. Alright. Soulsborne ring dogs. For real. I'm pretty sure they're almost the same as Dark Souls 3 dogs, like in almost every way. Like, at least the AI is, maybe. Let's go. They're both bad choices. Can I level? Can't level up yet. Alright.
Bruh. Bruh.
Okay. So, still messed up. Awesome. You'd think I'm, like, not doing anything. I mean, that's functionally, I guess, what I'm doing. Why do I keep trying to heal? My character just, like, no juicy. None. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce. All right. I think I'm safe now. Even if they try to follow me down here, the fall would kill them. I tested it. I appreciate the test. I need to figure that out. I don't know why it's being dumb. It's definitely not my fault. That's not possible. It just started being wrong. Okay, Beast Blood. Beast Blood is interesting because I think it kind of starts to show off a couple things. First of all, that I think it's possible that gold is, well, it is important that that comes from carnivorous beasts only. The idea of gold starting to enter your blood, I think, is something that happens if you are a carnivore. Carnivore? If you are carnivorous. You are a carnivore. Sorry. Just the man pulling the strings. It's not my fault. Christ. I'll take a closer look at some of these Misbegotten in a second, too, because there's a couple of things I want to point out. Oh, also, I could be, like, buffing myself. Let's see, I'm trying to remember... Oh, right, so this place was probably, at some point, a Godfrey-era fortress. He did siege this place, so it could have been after that. There's a monument right outside. I probably should have gone and looked at it. It's, like, right here, something. It says that there was like one person that no, I'm sort of conflating a couple things. I'm thinking of the crafted greatsword, or should I say the Iron Throne sword? That was so risky and stupid. I'm gonna get some more healing. Some more health. Alright, yeah, so... The sword, the grafted greatsword here, it's kind of confusing because it says that someone was so determined to keep fighting that they claimed all the swords, like every single sword of from some clan. I think it's implied that they collected all the swords from their own clan and melted them into one sword. But I'm not really sure, like, I don't know who it could have been. That was, there is a hero of Zamor nearby, like in an Everjail. That feels unlikely. They don't seem like someone that would use a giant weapon like that. And also, why not the theft of fallen enemies? The reason I don't think it's from the theft of fallen enemies is because the skill on the weapon, I think it's, something calls it a Revenger's weapon, and the skill of the weapon says that, like, you swear to avenge the clan or something when you hold the sword up, which I think means that, like, you know, you're swearing on all of their swords, like the swords of the entire clan at once. Hi, June. Here she comes. Quick passing. Kind of more of a status thing, like the Iron Throne. Yeah, but, so, that is... That's really possible. It could have been made, like, afterwards, I guess. The thing is... Sorry, I'm trying, there's like... my mind's going a mile a minute. Swear an oath upon the great sword to avenge the clan. Gotta drive, have fun. Thanks for stopping by, Holy Swan Ghost. Okay, so yeah, that does sound like... So, the thing is, though... Right, okay, so now I remember what I was gonna say. There is a lion on the hilt of the grafted greatsword, which implies that someone of the golden lineage, or like Godfrey, is the one that actually made the sword. So this is kind of convoluted, if this is like the actual answer. But what's possible is they were taken as a trophy, but then someone took the sword back from Godfrey and maybe is using it as a Revenger's weapon. Like maybe the Crucible, the Misbegotten that took it was like trying to get vengeance in a way. They don't actually wield the sword though, do they? Sounds like a Soul Survivor type deal. One man using the sword of his fallen clansman. Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what seems likely. It's just weird to me that there's like a lion on the crossguard. Damn. I should level up my sword or something. There's like there are things that I can do about this situation. Describes the wielder as a lone surviving champion from a country now vanished. Yes, and I've speculated that that's Yokai'd, but there's also thanks for those references, big pisser. Sorry, that is hilarious. I love it. So yeah, it sounds like... Oh, Yokaid. I don't... It's one of the only other countries that's, like, referred to as, like, now, you know, a country long vanished or something that vanished long ago. So, right, it doesn't necessarily mean Yokaid. There could be lots of kingdoms that we don't really know a lot about. Alright. Souls games are great at alluding to a world outside of the storied lands. Right, like they... Well, I mean, it's not... The thing is that the thing that's important to mention there is that it says a country now vanished, which is not the same as, like, a landmass. A country is, like, a political entity. So that does possibly just mean that, like, you know, the kingdom of Yokaid was just sort of... all the nobles were killed and their land was taken by the Erdtree dudes. Like, basically, they made their country not exist anymore. But it was... Like, the country might have been here in the Weeping Peninsula. Like, yeah, this could be where Yokaid was. Because, you know, Godfrey's conquest was... The point of that was to... Don't forget, Godfrey didn't always have Sirash. Well, he was Horalu before then, not technically. Because I'm pretty... I always thought that, like, he changed his name when whatever he did with Sirash happened. Like, whether that's symbolically or, like, because he's literally a different person. I don't know if I already said what's up, last protagonist, but hey. Jesus, I'm out of here. No, I'm not. Yeah, well, I'm out of... My soul is out of here. There's a non-zero chance Stormvale and Morn were part of the Dominion of Sirash. Yes. I'm still not totally sure if Sirash was, like, a separate entity from Horalu because of the way that their actions, like, match up. It seems like there was some sort of transition of that humans went through from, like, beast to man, and I think that Godfrey and Horalu are like right on the cusp of that. I think demi-humans are kind of like an example of that. Jesus. I think it's possible that Godfrey was... Oh god. Well, I mean, this sounds... That's a bit crazy, but I was gonna say, you know, Godfrey could have even been, like, the first man ever. He could have been, like, beastmen before that, but... That was mainly just because that would satisfy my biblical illusion, the biblical illusion part of my brain. The large blade beneath all others is forked. Not in the same way as something like the Death Ritual Spear. No other weapon is shaped like it, essentially. Is it like one of the ones that's in the round table? So the lion could be a remnant of that kingdom. You check under the throne in Stormvale, there's a lion unceremoniously beneath it. Yes. I think that that's really possible too, because I also think that Godfrey had something to do with, well, it might have been like the domain of just kind of beasts in general, because it, like, you know, lions and stormhawks, like it seems like they were both kind of really closely connected. I don't know why the concept of stormhawks kind of got distanced from Godfrey, uh, but it feels like they were at some point his like allies, and then everyone just became more attached to the using the lion as a symbol. I think I'm gonna come back here when I have a little bit more health. This is like, the dogs are just doing too much. The round table swords are only forked once near the guard, like Zweihander. When you say forked, you might not have any of the weapons that you're talking about, so I might not be able to look at an example. I mean, I know that there are literally like forked blades, forked like hatchets. Like wielded by the imps, like they're called like imps' tongues or something like that. I don't know if you meant that kind of fork, or it sounds like you're saying forked once near the guard. I will go look at that in a second. Oh, there is... Ooh, there's a lightning incantation down there. A dragon cult incantation. I don't remember what it is. I think it's honed bolt. Or like... God. It might be like lightning strike or something. Yeah. I don't care. I got it. Celebratory robot. Lions symbolize the sun, which symbolizes royalty and the sun. And I wonder if hawks... hawks kind of feel like they might have moon vibes or something to me, but that is still very, very debatable. So when you say forked... what's near the guard? Oh, do you mean like these extra little like flippy parts down here? Not to be too technical. Gotcha. Wings, maybe? See what you mean. That is a weird blade shape. Wait, those kind of look like... They kind of sort of look like the wings on the winged scythe. Sort of, kind of. I just talked myself out of it. Not gonna lie, sad we never got another man catcher. The Reda's weapon art feels like it would be great on a man catcher type weapon. Kind of like a miniature guard, start of the blade. Grafted Great Sword's main blade has multiple of those. So, the reason I think that's actually very interesting is because I have actually kind of wondered if the Round Table Hold and all the swords that are in it are all of the lords that Godfrey took out. Like, In the same way that, like, in Dark Souls, you know, you can turn enemy souls into swords, and, like, how Radagon gets turned into a sword when he's defeated, I think that Godfrey was going around beating them, and they became... So it's possible that all those extra wings or whatever on the blade were because it was a very, very powerful lord, which seems likely to be the case, since Godfrey was like the only one that could go in and break the siege. Like, Godfrey was the only one strong enough to take this guy out. Lions symbolize the sun. So, like, yeah, I've actually wondered if somehow Godfrey... Because Godfrey is also called, like, the first demigod, which always seemed odd to me, because it's like, Hoarah wasn't? I guess that sort of implies that they were... My brain is not right now. Where is this? Going north? So okay. Cross guards or parry fins in some cases for catching blades. I like the name parry fin. But yeah, I mean, I'm almost wondering if that could be like a sign of like strength.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall
Oh, so this is the one where Marika tells them...
In Marika's own words.
It's like part 2.
After thy death,
after
I will give back what I
after you
once
die,
claimed.
come back. This is like part 2 of what she says at the Third Church of Marika, where she says,
Wage war,
I'm going to take your grace,
and
you
brandish the
go
Elden ring.
and fight.
Grow strong in the face of death. Or
I try not to get hung up on Godfrey, Hoarah. I think the game uses them interchangeably. But see, not only does his voice, like, change as he, like, goes back from Godfrey to Hoarah. I mean, I think that the name is symbolic of him becoming, like, a different, like, his identity changes. I think that a big theme in Elden Ring is like, things not dying, but still sort of being killed. Like, you could argue Hoarah dies when Sirach and Godfrey came into existence. Go west. Oh, the Sword of Milos is like, yeah, I guess it has a ton of parry fins, huh? It's just a big-ass spine. Baby got back. Morian Blade. I don't remember what the Morian Blade looks like. What is... Yeah, I mean, I think that Hoarah and Godfrey are like fundamentally like different people. I think that Hoarah has like a bloodlust in him that he literally cannot control. And Godfrey is something that came about because Godfrey was something that had to come about so that Hoarah could control that part of himself. Like, it seemed like there's something, one of those masks, it says, like, it mentions the ideal qualities of a ruler. I don't remember if that's talking about like lower rulers or not, or if it's just talking about the qualities of a ruler in general. But it talks about, you know, you can't be a war king if you really care about your people. So I think that Hoarlu saw that and became Godfrey to avoid the need to fight. Like, it was sort of a sign of civilization advancing, basically. Like, abandoning sort of the bestial ways. Like, I don't think that Siraj was joined with him. Like, I think that it was required. It was, like, necessary. It might not have even been, like, willing. It looks like Siraj doesn't have his, like, eyes and stuff. He might have been, like, effectively crippled and forced to raft himself to, I don't know. I don't remember if he has eyes, but that's super... We're just getting super speculative, or I am getting super speculative now. Look at all of us getting so speculative. Dark Souls 3 NPC sword. Gotcha. Something feels off about... Maybe I'll find something in one of these catacombs that, Also, yeah, I think it was the Godfrey icon that kind of gave me that idea of, like, it really feels like Hoarlu and Godfrey are two different people. Like, they have... You could... If we're gonna go with the mind, body, soul kind of thing, I think that they had different minds. Like, they had different... They would... I think that the mind affects how you react to experiences, basically, in terms of your emotions, like with D and his brother. So it's like... I think that they somehow merged Siraj with his mind or something, or maybe just sort of siphoned off a part of it. Because it does feel like Siraj is supposed to be a metaphor for all the things that a king shouldn't be. And the Beast Heater Shield kind of says the same thing. It says something like, you know, it says something along the lines of, fighting is cool, but don't be its victim. Don't be its, like, prisoner. Which sounds basically like the decision that Hoarlu had to make when he became Godfrey. I'm back to poop on the lore. Lore poop. New segment. Welcome to Lore Poop. Not to be confused with my old segment, Poop Lore. Okay, yeah, I pulled the lever. I'll make the forbidden argument. Hoarlu is a mistake due to Hoarru being the former name of Goldmask and the devs not thinking about the ramification of giving Godfrey another name. So actually, I'm not familiar with this whole thing about, like, Hoarru and Goldmask and stuff, and people saying... I've heard some people say that Goldmask is Godfrey or something, and, you know, I'm not necessarily commenting on that, but I don't even understand. Horaru was... So it was the former name of Gold Mask, like, in cut content? Discord DM'd. Hold on. I'll listen to that later. Horaru, the gold now. Oh, okay. So I'm based on what it looks like. Someone's calling him Horaru, the gold mask. Actually, wait. I'm stupid. Hold on.
Horaru, the gold mask.
Gotcha. Yeah. Whoops. So you're saying that it's like Enya? Orlu's mistake due to Horaru being the former name of Gold Mask. So I guess what do you mean by that? Horalu... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant, like, why would Gold Mask have, like, being named Horaru, have anything to do with, like, the... I don't think I'm, like, following. Not saying that, like, there's something wrong with your argument, I just don't think I'm understanding, maybe, like, the importance of that. Gold Mask had a name. That name was later given to Godfrey. If I already used this, that's stupid. I'm stupid. No, wrong spell. That's fine, it worked out. Gross, gross. Oh my god. It's fine. A consequence of this is that devs didn't consider the timeline of his identity change. That isn't inherently incompatible with what we have, but we can guess that Godfrey beat Siraj before the war against the Giants. Since Marika calls him Godfrey up there in her one lingering spoken echoes. Oh, I forgot I was fighting the boss here. Consequence of that is... So you're saying that the name Horalu is just sort of something, I guess, inconsequential that was done in development? I think it's possible, I think it's likely that whatever it meant by Godfrey taking Siraj on his back, I do think that that happened before the war against the Giants. I don't know if it means that... It's hard to tell if he was, like, enemies with Siraj or allies with him. Like, if their agreement was somehow something that Siraj agreed to like, help Horalu. Yikes. Oh my God, so close to healing. I'm saying Horaloo is functionally erased or overwritten, since history is written by the victors. Like the whole Radagon is America thing in a different form. Gotcha. So, okay, so you're saying that they to cover up the fact that Godfrey used to be a bloodthirsty warrior, they changed his name. I could see that. Like that would kind of fit their MO. They changed his name and kind of acted like, you know, like Horaloo just didn't exist. See, I just think not the devs, I mean the history of the Lands Between. Yeah, Horaloo isn't important to the current order. While... See, I feel like... Oh, also, I'm gonna look at this guy a little bit more with this Freecam. I feel like it looks and sounds like Godfrey is changing his voice and mannerisms when... Gross. And mannerisms when he removes Siraj from himself. That is disgusting. Anyway. Oh, I totally forgot how much health I had. I'm so stupid. That thing's heart has been removed too, by the way. Yeah, I saw... Oh, yeah. I see. But, I mean, it just seemed like Horaloo... The way that Godfrey acted... See, I mean... But then wouldn't that have meant that Godfrey kind of taking Siraj on his back would not have actually done anything? And that there was, like, no reason to do it? Or you're saying maybe maybe they did it just to make him a demigod, or Jesus Christ. Maybe to, like, give him some power of Siraj. Okay, I could see that. Because, yeah, you did say lions are associated with royalty and the sun, so maybe that was, like, an attempt on his part to... See, I mean, I'm definitely going to keep that one in the back of my mind, and I don't think that it's impossible at all. I just, based on how his, like, mannerisms and stuff change when he takes Siraj off his back, and some of the other themes in the game, I just kind of think that it's another example of, like, sort of identity being altered through addition or subtraction or whatever of certain parts. Bit at odds with civilization, but civilization is actually predicated on it. Quite the irony, no? Yeah. It reminds me of sort of something that got brought up in Warhammer 40k, I think, at some point. Like, the Primarchs were created to help the Emperor sort of bring this whole country, or bring all the planets back into the Empire under one Empire. And they were worried about what would happen to them after the war, after they were done, because, like, they were warriors and they didn't really have, like, I mean, they kind of did. Like, they weren't just warriors, but they weren't really built for a normal life, and they were worried about the fact that they weren't necessary. Can't go. I'm gonna need to start going at slightly different angles or something. This thing has like crazy reach, and it seems like it swipes behind itself. Starting to turn into Metal Gear Solid lore. For real. But yeah, it seems like Horlu's strength or Godfrey's strength was definitely necessary for the formation of their kingdom. But it is funny that God. Oh, the key is to go through it. Nope. Oh, I think I started to break free at the last second. That is too bad. Whoa. I didn't think I had enough to use that. And I got Lutel the Headless too. That is awesome. It's very strange that's here, but we'll create a world where warriors won't be forgotten. They'll always have a home on the battlefield. Yeah, that is low-key what kind of sounds like Marika was trying to do. More faith. Wish Godric would take all his damn golden decorations off the top of Stormville's towers so we could see if they look like the towers shown on the Sun Realm shield. You know, I hadn't even considered that that might have been like a bunch of gaudy stuff that Godric added later, but that is interesting. I feel like I need to like reapproach how I look at the castle now, because yeah, I totally just saw it as like more or less everything was done. Like I was attributing a lot of the stuff there to Godfrey, but he hasn't been there for a long time, probably. Have I been here before? I don't think so. Nope. Nope. Okay. Didn't mean to crouch, but, is that a rat? Well, it might be from outside. Okay, either way. Oh, winged scythe, awesome. Forgot that that was here. I thought it was farther away. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the opinion that Horlu... See, the way that their actions start to match up after Sarash is killed makes it seem like they're becoming one again. And I don't know if that's just maybe a metaphor for Siraj returning whatever he was channeling for Horalu. But I am kind of the opinion, yeah, that Horalu was supposed to, or that Godfrey was channeling those sort of, he represented the arousal for battle that Godfrey was warning about, and the things that Godfrey had to seal away to make himself a king. Siraj could have been his own thing, like they might not have been one, I guess, but I do think that Godfrey is different from either of them separately. Is Godfrey joining with Siraj as representative of grafting. I do like that too. By being the Beast Lord and the Beast Great Hammer links him to Farum Azula. Yeah, I mean, I've wondered if that's actually Godfrey, like, because of the similarities between, like, Godfrey and some of the connections between Godfrey and Malekith. Like, they seem really similar in certain ways. And I've wondered if Godfrey or Horalu or something, like, used to somehow be a Beastman or something different. Beastman feels like excessive, but I'm not opposed to the idea of Siraj being a separate thing before Godfrey, though. Oh, right, so the Divine Tower human statues, I don't remember those, but the old John, Elden John, I think that those are Newman. Like, I know that those might technically be called, you know, those might technically be the same thing as humans or something, I'm not sure. But anything with, like, those weird long necks, I think that the things with, like, the weird long necks, like Marika has, is from, like, a lineage that descends from something from space. They are Onyx and Alabaster Lords. Nox, well, maybe not Nox necessarily. They don't look like they have that. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But so I think that they were born from people that came from from space, basically. I don't think Marika's neck is that long. Statue for reference. It's pretty long. I mean, it's especially in the, like, and her appendages are really, really long and kind of spindly too. I'm pretty sure that her neck looked really long in the opening scene of her fight too, but I don't remember. But yeah, so I think that there's basically a type of human or a type of Newman were descended from beings from outside of, like, probably space, and I think that men, as we know them, like humans, were something that evolved, like they were beasts that gained intelligence, and I think that is, I think that's why I'm kind of the opinion that Godric was like a commoner, and that the commoners are just, like, really, really diluted, like, bloodlines of that type of, because they have the long necks and stuff like that. So I think that Godric was able to become a demigod in a similar way to Aldrich, by becoming strong enough from joining a bunch of things to himself that he earned the right to be a lord by strength. Like the strength sort of, like he had enough strength to justify his very, very remote claim to Elden, to being Elden Lord. I mean, I'm not sure if it's necessary for him to actually, well, for him to, I think that it was necessary for him to become strong enough to be considered a demigod. God. But, maybe not necessarily to be Elden Lord. Oh, I've been playing too much Dark Souls. Jesus Christ. Oh, what's up, Kick6? Sorry, I totally didn't see you. I think we'll have a lot of Oh, I didn't see. I think we'll have a lot of Mysteries of Stormvale addressed in the DLC, though. I think so too. I think that Stormvale has been around for a long time, and I think that it has a really interesting past that is related to the Carians, actually. I hope that the 4 belfries are kind of explained a bit more by the DLC, because I think that they're super important. And honestly, the way this thing, like, falls on its side... And, you know... I've even kind of... This part sounds a little bit weird, but it's mainly because I just have no idea how things get, like, large. How size really works in these games. But the fire giant, and I guess the trolls too, they do have these sort of they have these proportions. So they could be something like Newman that grew from some kind of power that they gained from the Fell God. I don't know. But that... Or they could at least be something that, like, descended from outside of our world, at least. Descended from something that was outside our world. A cat is existing on the other side of the street, so I can't hear you over my dogs barking. Oh man, that's too bad. I guess let me know when you can hear a little bit better. Right. Let me get my runes back and leave this guy, because I don't need to be here. And legally, I am allowed to leave. Jesus Christ. Might not even be worth it for 1,000 runes. Not a you problem. Did you hear what I said about, like, Godric and, being, like, a demigod because of his strength? Where was I going? Maybe more... Oh, I will get a memory stone or two. No, didn't hear it. So I think that the commoners are also Newman, because they have those proportions. And that all the commoners are just, like, super, super dilated bloodlines, relatives of America. And I think that by grafting, Godric sort of was able to earn his status of demigod through might, and because all the commoners are just very, very, very distantly related, America, I think. Like, because they have those proportions, and I think that they might be Newman. So I think that Godric was a commoner. Want to make a whole theory on Summerrealm Shield equals Stormvale Castle Courtyard. All the implications of that. Did I put a... Oh, okay, so double back here. You could potentially argue that even the commoners are... like, yeah. I mean, I think that more or less, yeah, and maybe the reason he had to graft Tarnished was for their gold. Like, maybe it's about how much gold or whatever you have to become a lord. But that's my sort of... So I think that their proportions kind of are significantly relevant. Don't know how I could have said that any weirder. Along with how there's Godwyn, there's a Godwyn, right, under Stormvale. Oh, this is the wrong direction. I forgot. And how it's both tied to the sun and the skeletons who carry the Sunrealm shields. So there is a connection in that I think that they were both part of... The four belfries kind of connects Farum Azula, the Carians, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Yeah, believe it or not, Jesus Christ is in Elden Ring. And not in the way you think? 5 ways you can tell Jesus is in Elden Ring. Number 1, just look, idiots. Okay, so let's try to come back from that total derailed. Sriracha tied to Farum Azula tied to it. There's also... So, the 4 belfries are in Western Liurnia, which is connected to the Carians, and it goes to the Chapel of Anticipation, which is in Stormvale, Farum Azula, which is in Farum Azula, and some place underground right by Mogwyn's Palace, which could be a connection to Moog, or sorry, could be a connection to the Nox, or it could be the... I smell a turtle. It could be a connection to the Nox or the Old Dynasty. I'm not sure, but the only old ruins above ground are in Liurnia also, so I think that there's a connection between them and the Carians. It's a mausoleum for Jesus Christ, that's right. I forgot about that. I invoke Jesus a lot. Be a neat way to wrap those up. It's oh, right. So, yeah. So, basically, I think that they were all these civilizations that had things relating to birds were related. You know, you got the Stormhawks, you got the Cuckoo. The Deathbirds seem like they probably have a connection to Gelmir. There's one more wise beast. Need to incorporate Farum Azula due to the beastmen, those who live in death, that have the shields up there. I'm pretty sure that Farum Azula is the Sun Realm. And I think that pretty much all the places that have that Gothic architecture, like in Farum Azula and Stormvale and Rhea Lucaria even, I think that they were all allied. Is the one where the turtle's like far away, or is it the one where the turtle's like on the side? Oh, the one where the turtle's just like right in front of me. I keep noticing things that pop up at the start and the end of a game, like from our intentionally going for those bookended stories. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I thought that for a bit too, but IDK works super well with him grafting a modern dragon at the end. Well, sorry, wait, what about, him graft... Oh, well, the dragons are all descendants of ancient dragons. So I think that, like, you know, and they have gravels. I think that the modern dragons are a kind of another symbol of like super diluted gold. But I think I'm also kind of the opinion that Marika might somehow be like related to ancient dragons or something like that, like in human form. Like the demigods might be half ancient dragon, half Newman or some, I don't know. Which I think could explain why, you know, he says forefathers one and all bear witness, like as if the dragon sort of represents his forefathers. But E.G. Beastmen in Limgrave, fighting bears of the beast, Treecoat, Tree Scent. Oh, spells. Tree Sentinel at Church of Ella and Draconic. Tree Sentinel at Farm Azula. Just off the top of my head. Gotcha. I see what you mean. On a related note, you made a connection that the dot surrounded by 4 other dots pattern was tied to the eclipse, right? That was 1 dot surrounded by 8 dots. The one with 4 dots around it, I think I connected to the moon. Oh wow, I didn't. Brain is totally hooked. I was looking for the word attune because I'm. It's gone. On a related note, you made a connection that the pattern that appears on the medallions of the Guardian Garb. There are 3 like symbols that appear on the Guardian's Garb that I think represent sort of like these 3 key entities. Jeez. That eclipse symbol also appears in Stormveil architecture. Yeah. The one with 6 dots with Bloodstar, 8 dots was eclipse. Can't remember what the 4 dots was. I think I connected that to like the moon and death. Great, so I'm gonna go up to the Ailing Village. And oh, actually, well, we can look at that next stream. I was going to look at Misbegotten a little bit more closely, but that can be something fun for next time. Basically, there are a lot of interesting connections between the sort of deformations that the Misbegotten have and ancient dragons. It's another one of the like billion things that seems to connect ancient dragons and the Crucible together. Like they have the Misbegotten have, even if they have 2 wings, there's like spots for 4 wings. Like they'll have like 2 little chicken wings, and then 2 big wings. But yeah, so I think that so funny enough, recently I've started to think that the Twin Bird could be related to the moon and have something to do with Farum Azula. So I've kind of wondered if like something I've been wondering for a while. It doesn't totally make sense, and I don't really like it, but it feels poetic, so I like the idea. I've wondered if like the Twin Bird was the sort of the consort of Placidusax, or if Placidusax was the consort of the Twin Bird, and the Twin Bird is like this thing that represents the moon, and Placidusax represents the sun, and they could have been a joining of the moon and sun in a similar way to several other things in the game, or like the eclipse, maybe. But I don't know. That's kind of guessing. Also, those Lion Boys, and Sarash is from Far Missoula. Oh yeah. I don't remember if there's anything that directly ties him to Far Missoula, but it seems very, very, very likely. Twinbird is shown in Farmstone. Oh yeah, I mean, the kind of twin birds. I've heard some people say that it might be something that's not the Twinbird, but I feel like it is. Anyway, so it's 8:01. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.